Okay, it's taken me a lot of focus and energy to kind of start this, so I'm just going to try to wing it. And I tried to write a script and prepare for what I'm going to say, but I don't think that's very pure. So, the purpose of this video is to describe day one without THC and my intentions on quitting cannabis and remaining abstinent for basically for life, because I see that it's a matter of self-image and discipline that I need to exercise on myself, because I simply see very little reason or very little harm in what has become a very dark spot in my journey overall, especially in becoming a better person, a healthier person, and more in touch with what makes me tick overall. I didn't come from an encouraging background, so to speak. I had to kind of fumble my way through most things, and this is just another one of those steps along the way. So, day one today without THC, with the intention of being abstinent from all cannabis products. At first, I wanted to say I would go without for all 2023. I've since decided to remain abstinent from THC for the rest of my life, because there can be no half ground, there could be no gray area with this. I took several tolerance breaks for up to 4 months, but I've always ended up going right back into it full steam. And yeah, I'm kind of just tired of it all. I see how it's limiting me. I see how it's affecting my not my personality, just my mental wellness. I think I'll be better served by having the confidence in overcoming this. And like it's not like I'm losing my job or anything. I'm a professional construction estimator with a well-known general contractor. I like to think of myself as a family man, but part of my reasons for quitting is to get back the time and attention that I feel people close to me deserve. And basically, I feel that my potential reaches farther than weed or cannabis, whatever you want to call it, will take me. And I just need to finally take the steps, be proactive, and just kind of, I hate to say like man up, but I mean, there comes a time, you can only walk into the same wall so many times before something has to give. So I feel I'm at a point in my life where I'm prepared for the trials that this entails. I've tried to quit for off and on probably 4 or 5 times seriously, but there's always been kind of an underlying reason, such as, I won't get into too much of it, but there's been several attempts over the years. I've been smoking for about 20 years off and on. The longest I've quit was about 2 years. So I know what it takes. I know how I feel without it. And I want to know how far I can go without depending on crutch, the escape that it offers. And it's not that I have anything against it at all. It's actually quite the opposite. I need to exercise my discipline in giving up something that I love, but I see that it's not necessarily doing me any good anymore. And maybe once upon a time it did. It's good for I don't want to say it's really good for a whole lot at this point in time. But my reasons for, I have a whole list here that I was working on, and the reasons to quit far outweigh the reasons to keep smoking. But my reasons to keep smoking that I came up with was comfort, question mark, and in quotation marks, because comfort is a is a difficult is a slippery slope, I suppose. And to escape and hide from unpleasant feelings and just a fear of the withdrawals. But I feel that this time around I am better able to face down the uncomfortable side of it through confidence and faith in myself. I've quit it before. I'm a lot stronger mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually than I ever was. And like I run ultra marathons. Like without music, I never run with music. So I'm capable of being mentally strong and driven, except when it comes to smoking and hiding. It's like I'm Gollum from Lord of the Rings, kind of hiding in my corner with my precious. There's no pictures of me smoking anywhere. I kind of just hide it. And there's no real reason other than the fact that I'm probably just embarrassed and ashamed. There's a lot of guilt behind it, but that goes a little bit into the backstory that I don't really want to get into. This video is already getting pretty long. Reasons to quit I have are pursuing clarity and mental focus, confidence and self-image. I get very insecure as soon as I smoke cannabis. It's like the world crashes down on my head and I just want to hide. I don't want to be seen or heard or anything, and even right now seeing my face on this video makes me uncomfortable. So that's part of the journey that I'm on, to be okay with being uncomfortable. And this has been years. This has been I've struggled with my identity with it. I've grown quite a lot of it, and I've grown the best stuff I've ever smoked. I roll the best joints, and the blunts that I roll are backwoods cigars, and they're legit the best thing. Not the best thing ever. The best way to enjoy smoking, if that's your thing. And like, power to you if you can smoke it without the weight of the world on your mind. But that simply is not me anymore. I want to be free from my own mental prison that it kind of it brings me to. And it's just a highway. Addiction is a highway where you can stop for any length of time, but as soon as you pick it back up, it's going to bring you back to the dark places that you wanted to quit to begin with. So it's a matter of trial and error. It's a matter of belief. Just a matter of wanting to be more valuable to society in general, to have somebody that is capable of kind of looking at themselves and wondering how they can better themselves. And that's basically where I'm at. Obviously the money I'm going to save, health, like my lung health and everything, that's important too. But I think the main driver for me is to limit my self-doubt and my insecurity that I feel in myself whenever I smoke it. Because I've completed a 100-mile ultra marathon while smoking joints during it. So like, they're like, who doubts themselves that they can? Like, it just seems so crazy to me that the belief that it took for me to complete that is like just null and void whenever I'm kind of in this dark place where I just can't rationalize anything at all. Like, none of my accomplishments or anything matters, just the fact that I'm high again, and here we go again, blah blah blah. And it's a very victim mentality that it keeps me in, and it kind of makes me feel gross, to be honest with you, because it's familiar. It's a familiar place that I know I shouldn't go to, and there just has to be an end to it, or else I'm going to smoke myself into the grave and become an old man who wished he had the courage to be honest. So that is what I'm doing. I would like to be honest with myself and to everybody around me of what I feel and what I go through, because I know beyond myself there's people out there that this might be able to help, or I might say something that somebody needs to hear. And like, it's only weed, but that is one of my limiting beliefs, is that people tell me it's only weed. It's not like it's going to kill you, or like whatever. I understand it's medicinal. It has benefits to some or most that use it, and like I wish you all well. Like I wish I was able to do that and enjoy it for what it is. Because I do enjoy it. I do enjoy rolling the perfect joint and just admiring the effects to a point. But yeah, everything has its place and time, I guess, and I feel like I outgrew it. Especially ultra running. Like when I smoked during my 100-mile event, I kind of gave power to it almost. I probably could have finished a little stronger. Whatever. I'm not going to go there too much. But it's a very, very, basically a glass ceiling that I need to break. And that is why I'm awkwardly recording my face, talking to myself. So strategies on how to deal with this. Like I said, I've been down this road a couple times. I practice meditation, working out, and this is not crazy, but running every morning for 3K just to get out of my head, into the outdoors, into the cold, breathing the air, and just rewiring the brain. It's important to stay focused, understand what the weed does for you. It'll fire up your dopamine receptors, and it does a whole bunch of scary stuff that just affect your mood, like genuinely physiologically affect your well-being. And that's where the severe withdrawal symptoms will come from. Is more mental than anything. But I'm just trying to be kind to myself, focus in on the end goal, which is basically living a healthy life one day at a time. It's exactly my approach to a 100-mile event would be one step at a time, one aid station at a time. Just break it up into bite-sized pieces, keep going, and never stop believing. Like, I think it's totally unfair for myself and those that believe in me to continue down this road of darkness. I want to be a bit of light in this world, and this is where it starts. So day one, I'm feeling good. I cleaned up my living space a little bit, taking ownership of my feelings with people around me. And it's day one, man. It's been a productive day. I'm hopeful. And that's about it for now, I suppose. I'll see you tomorrow.